racing day, so loud out here I can't hear a thing. Man, the fans are going wild. And these drivers came to rock, and no place else but Fox knows how to do it NASCAR style.
Buggity, buggity, buggity! Let's go racing, boys!
Hey now, here we go, race day. Don't you be going slow. Keep that pedal down on the floor. Push it till the crowd can't take no more. Big hair since the flag came down. Be here to the last lap around. Worked all week, it's time to play. Gonna get a little bit sideways. Hair since the flag came down. Be here to the last lap around. Worked all week, it's time to play. Gonna get a little bit sideways.
Hello and welcome everyone to Atlanta Motor Speedway on this beautiful Sunday afternoon for the Folds of Honor QuikTrip 500. We have 82 laps here around Atlanta Motor Speedway. We get set for the first non-super speedway race of the season. Looking forward to this one today. We'll go ahead and give you the starting lineup in just a moment.
Let's get down there on pit road for your starting lineup for today's race here at Hotlanta.
On the pole, looking for a bit of redemption from last season, Kurt Busch. And alongside him, his teammate Kevin Harvick, who's always great here when we come to Atlanta.
New Furnace Row team switched to Toyotas and already looking pretty strong already in the season, starting third place. You have their Jimmie Johnson in the 48 car.
Kyle Busch, last season's champion, trying to continue the momentum he left off winning at an intermediate Homestead last season. Going to get another one today early in this season to get him into the playoffs. And then alongside him, Kyle Larson. Looking for his long-awaited win. Hasn't gotten one in a long time. It's always a good track for him starting up near the top five.
And you have there in seventh place the pole winner for the Daytona 500, Chase Elliott in seventh. And you have the Rocket Man, Ryan Newman, starting in eighth.
Kyle Larson's teammate Jamie McMurray will start back there in the number one McDonald's machine. And alongside him, good qualifying effort for the free team with Austin Dillon.
All right, folks, let's get ready for today's starting command here at Atlanta.
For God and country, drivers, start your engines!
Last time we went here at Atlanta Motor Speedway was underneath the lights, and this is the first time we've seen a day race here since season one. Who's your favorites heading into today's race?
Well, I always like to keep an eye on him. Martin Truex Jr. last season put together some really good runs, but just came up a little bit short, looking for the Toyota speed today to carry them to victory lane here. And you always have to watch Kevin Harvick when you come to Atlanta Motor Speedway, starting on the outside pole. Look to see him dominate today's race, or at the very least stay up front for a long time. Pole winner Kurt Busch heading off of turn 4 towards the restart zone to get this race started at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We've got a long 82 laps of racing at perhaps the oldest surface in NASCAR. Pace car dives into pit road, into the restart zone for Stewart-Haas teammates. Green flag is out at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
An amazing restart for that 41, the 4 car. Terrible restart for the 5, already 3-1 on the bottom. Already Truex, Kurt Busch, first and second. Kyle Busch down third.
Yeah, we know that outside lane just really has trouble getting going on restarts here. And no surprise, it is no different today. See Matt Kenseth swapping to the bottom in the back there. Kyle Busch now going underneath Martin Truex Jr. He's not the only one. Blaney's up in the fence too.
Jesus.
Going to keep it going there, but that was a lot of hard contact.
3-1
Truex
there.
got clear of Kyle Busch up on the outside lane and used it to his advantage to close the gap to Kurt Busch.
Martin Truex Jr. and Kurt Busch already pulling away from the field, abusing their tires. Larson and Chase Elliott now fighting for fourth. Keselowski there, a little bit mid-pack. Kevin Harvick falling off the pace right now. I think they made a setup for
He's using that top. Look at that. He's flying around the outside.
Yeah.
I think it took the top a couple laps to get going, but once it gets in, I expect the outside lane to be quite quick here, especially in turns 1 and 2.
Seems to be it's a lot better in 3 and 4. They actually are checking up a lot on the outside if they send it in too deep.
Truex. Now you can see he's falling a little bit back of the 41, but we have a 3-car breakaway for the lead. Truex running a little bit higher than 30.
Rick's in the wall.
In the wall, though.
Junior out of the top 10.
That's going to be a lot of spots lost for outside
here's
pole winner.
Kahne. A lot of underdogs already getting their names up here. Kevin Harvick really falling off the pace. This is not something you want to see. McMurray nearly just got him.
Again. Truex is all over the back of Kurt Busch looking for this lead. Running just slightly lower than the 41, actually, getting a little bit of clean air on the nose.
These are the highest I've ever seen the leaders run here. Logano's on the wall. 3 wide again. Here goes Harvick and Keselowski now. Harvick's going to follow the 20 Matt Kenseth, it looks like. Never mind. He's going to go to the bottom. I have not seen this many drivers smack the wall like this in a long time here.
Yeah, they're running a really hard at the start of this race trying to get that track position. So Truex is pounding Kurt Busch for the race lead. He's got a run here off turn 4. Looks like he'll take it to the inside, heading down the front straightaway.
How's he going to pass him, though? Last season, you saw them get stuck side by side. Truex going to slide job it.
Sends it in there, slides to the outside lane, and he will get clear of Kurt Busch. But now Kurt's going to fight back on the inside.
What a move there. This is early in the race. They're already pulling moves like this. Kurt tried setting it in there, but Truex was not having any of it. Truex easily going to get that bonus point for this lap lead and clear the 41 car.
Now that outside lane working really nice for the 78 machine. Put Truex out front. And now the Busch brothers following in behind him with Jimmie Johnson having moved all the way up to 4th place around Kyle Larson. Look at that, Dale Earnhardt Jr. working his way into the top 10. And then is that Brad Keselowski in the 2? Carl Edwards in the 19?
Yes.
Keselowski, we saw just a couple laps ago, was 3 wide back there with Matt Kenseth and all those guys barely inside the top 15. And now he's knocking on the door of a top 10.
The inside of the 5 car. Dale Earnhardt Jr., Elliott, Newman, and Carl Edwards back there. I think I just saw Tony Stewart there. Yep, 3 wide almost with Biffle and Jay McMurray. Very interesting moves already. 8 laps so far. Last season, almost a complete green flag race until Kevin Harvick blew an engine and leaked oil everywhere. Kevin Harvick last one here at Atlanta in season 1, and before that was 2001. So you know Harvick, oh no, season 3, my bad. I'm terribly sorry. I forgot he destroyed the field that season. Look at the different lines they're running. Larson in the middle. Then I saw Kurt Busch actually changing up his line, trying to follow Truex. Anything you'd like to add here, coming at 10 of 82 complete here?
It's fairly early in the race, but Hendrick Motorsports showing their strength today. Jimmie Johnson always good here. Dale Jr. Oh, man!
Jesus!
Ryan Newman just about got turned by Joey Logano off that corner. Seems like Logano just got tight, couldn't quite hold the bottom. But what I was saying a second ago, Hendrick Motorsports has 3 of their 4 cars right now in the top 7, with Kasey Kahne not far out of the top 10. Just lost that position. So strong run by Hendrick. Another thing I want to mention is the 2 of Brad Keselowski running in 9th. Started very deep in this field, not even, just about 10 laps in now, looking to take 8th place from Carl Edwards. This 2 team was very quick on the 1.5 miles last season. Had a bit of trouble, poor adjustment at Charlotte that kind of put him in the hole, and I think ended up getting him,
side by side for the lead.
Truex.
Kurt Busch got back to
spot
him.
There. Yeah, Kurt Busch, I guess, didn't fire off as well as that 41. Could be. Because now he's going to power around the outside. I think he's going to clear Truex before they get to 1.
What's Truex going to do? Truex just going to set it in there. He's not going to try slide jobbing him, obviously, because Kurt's still there. Kyle Busch, Jimmie Johnson now is on the battle here. Oh, easily.
Kurt's going to easily clear. Kurt Busch back to the front here.
I've never seen
Kyle Larson getting passed by Chase Elliott for 5th, I believe.
Junior's also in on that, running the 3rd lane for that 88.
Oh, Newman's in the back of Kenseth in the middle of the corner back there. Shoves
really
Newman
close.
up the hill. Yeah, I was saying earlier about Brad Keselowski. Now he's up in the what is that? The 8th position, running down this group battling for 5th. As you see, Kyle Busch loses 3rd to Jimmie Johnson. Brad Keselowski was really fast at the intermediates last season. Got in a wreck car at the end of Chicago.
Big block.
Cost him a win. 3 wide.
Elliott blocked
Kyle
the
Larson
88.
on that high lane. Oh, Junior almost in the back of Elliott there.
Keselowski
That's
to
going to
take
check them up.
advantage.
Keselowski's going to take both spots here.
He's going to have to send it in deep, though. That 24 is going to send it up to the fence, trying his best.
Not going to work easily.
What a send.
Yeah, I expect to see Keselowski quick. Had trouble in the pits at Charlotte.
Truex is
Bad
still
adjustment. Kyle Busch fighting back on Jimmie Johnson. It seems like these guys can't quite get away from each other. You know, Kurt Busch got passed by Truex, and then now he's passing back, and then Truex right back up to him. It almost seems like everybody knows how bad the tire wear here is, and they're not quite sure how much to pace themselves. You know, maybe Kurt Busch was saving a lot and backed off and gave the lead to Truex because he felt like he was burning up too much stuff, but then Truex backed off thinking he didn't want to burn up more stuff than Kurt. And it's kind of like a cat and mouse game of seeing who's willing to drive hard enough to make that pass and stay out in the lead.
There's actually, these guys don't want to take the lead right now. Keselowski got passed back by the 88 and the 24. Carl Edwards also right there behind him. And this has actually been a really competitive race. I really don't know who I'd say the favorites are other than the 78 and the 41. But Jimmie Johnson and Kyle Busch are still not that far back along with Larson. And here comes Carl Edwards now looking 3 wide. He's not going to make it stick. There's no way. Yeah, no, Keselowski blocks
he's
him.
going to give that spot up.
Oh.
Keselowski going after Dale Jr. forces Jr. to the high lane. You know, these guys have quite a long way to go on this fuel run. I would say we're not really going to see the full extent of the comers and goers for probably at least another 10 laps. With how much the tire wear is here, these guys, I guarantee, want to have something for the last 15 or so laps of this run. As we see Truex making a move for the lead again.
I think Truex just wants the bottom. He doesn't want dirty air. Yeah, you can see he's getting tight. I don't think he was committing to that move. He just wanted clean air to the nose, although this thing does not have that much dirty air as it was last season. Keselowski now into 6th, chasing down Larson for that top 5.
Telling you, that 2 car's, he's moving up. These guys are going to have to watch him, but you also got to wonder just how much he burned off his stuff coming up in traffic. You know,
Especially.
We'll have to see if he's able to hold on. As otherwise, I mean, you see Kurt Busch, Truex still nose to tail. Kyle Busch, Jimmie Johnson nose to tail. Yeah, Kevin Harvick back here. Started on the outside pole. I thought he would have a really good run today. Was kind of gassing him up in the pre-race a little bit.
Oh, what a send!
Fine job for the lead there. Is Kurt going to have a run back on exit? Yes, he does. Takes it to the inside once again. Another crossover from Kurt Busch. Got to wonder if this is going to hurt their tires eventually. But these are 2 guys who are absolutely hungry for a win. It's not that they've never won before, obviously, but they want to win now. I mean, they've got a lot going for them. Kurt Busch, disappointing end to last season, but then had that run at Homestead. Thought he could have won that race. Was looking really great. Definitely the best performer out of the non-championship drivers. And then you have Truex, who once again came up short last season. You see Keselowski making a move around Larson for 5th here. Truex came up short last season. Brand new manufacturer with Toyota, looking for some more speed. Huge fly job from Keselowski. Can't quite get it done. Larson going to power back around the outside, take that spot back. But you got 2 hungry drivers up there for the race lead. And then let's look at the guys right behind him. Kyle Busch, defending champion of this series. Would love to get his season off strong with a win. Won that intermediate race at Homestead. Another high tire wear, 1.5 mile track. Not a surprise to see him up front. Jimmie Johnson, somebody who's always great whenever we come to Atlanta, but somebody who's used to being in the championship conversation. Had some bad luck in the round of 12. Didn't even make it to the final 8 drivers. He's driving with the chip on his shoulders to get back up here, win races, put himself in the conversation for best driver of the season. Then look behind them, Brad Keselowski, another driver who just didn't have things go his way, had a lot of pace. He was somebody a lot of people felt like would have a good shot at making the Final 4. just came up short, wasn't able to do it. And it wasn't just that, though. He lost a lot of opportunities at wins last season. Put himself in the hole, whether it was due to his own fault, his pit crew, poor adjustments, lap traffic. Just didn't quite get the results that the speed had last season. Love to get a win today. Behind them, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Definitely, I would say, has the biggest chip on his shoulder coming into this weekend. You know, if you think Jimmie Johnson was disappointed with last season, you know, I would hate to be in Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s shoes. Dominant season, best driver all season, and just didn't quite get it to Phoenix. A ton of bad luck in the round of 8. Put him in the hole.
Sorry to interrupt Elliott with a huge slide job.
Yeah, Elliott's going to slide up. Seems like Larson's fading now. Just doesn't quite have the tires to hold on.
Another driver.
But speaking of Chase Elliott, he's a rookie. And not just a rookie, he's probably got the biggest shoes to fill a rookie's had in a very long time. Following up Jeff Gordon, one of, if not the greatest NASCAR driver of all time. And you know, he's got, up here in 7th position, got the pole at Daytona, running really well here today. Looking forward to see what he's able to put together, as it seems like the front of the field has started to spread out a little bit more. Martin Truex Jr. got about 3-4 car lengths on Kurt Busch, starting to pull away just a little bit. Behind them, Kyle Busch has lost a lot of ground to Jimmie Johnson.
Junior and Keselowski actually starting to make their names now, slowly reeling into that top 3.
Yeah.
It's bigger than lines they're running. Keselowski in the middle.
Yeah, trying to stay out of the 18's weight, running that outside. See, he's gaining ground. I expect these guys to run at least 10, I would say 15 laps on this set right here before they make a pit stop. So the fact that Keselowski's got this much speed right now definitely does not bode well for the race leaders.
He just slides off the 18 car way, way deeper than I thought it was. Now Junior's going to try to make a move now. Kyle Busch easily going to take that lane, though. Well, soon to be 30 laps completed here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. So how about we do a little bit of crank it up here at Atlanta. Junior now is getting his name in the top 5, as now here comes Elliott looking for 6 on the 18 car.
Yeah, a couple guys that ran really hard at the start are starting to fade. We saw Kyle Larson fading almost outside the top 10. Kyle Busch fading now outside the top 5. And some of the guys that were a little bit further back earlier starting to make their way forward. Keselowski, Jr., Elliott, showing just how difficult this track is, how much tire wear. Yeah, Matt Kenseth, I was going to mention him a minute ago. He moved into the top 10 a couple laps ago, but just kind of rode out in the back. And now he's moved up past his teammate for 8th place, not far behind another teammate of his in Kyle Busch. So that 20 car is looking status. Now you see Keselowski's teammate, Joey Logano, another driver with kind of a heartbreaker last season, blew up, racing for the championship lead, trying to move into the top 10 around Kyle Larson.
He's 1 year before, and not having the Super Speedway one. I'm talking about the old worn-out surface. One driver you could say is a little concerned right now is Kasey Kahne. You see your teammates up there, but if I were Kasey Kahne, I would not be that worried because he clearly has top 10 speed. It's just they're not really battling and swinging all over the racetrack as they were at the start of the race. So I think Kasey Kahne is 11th fast race right now. Kurt and Truex have not lost any ground to each other. Jimmie Johnson's starting to stagnate, but one who isn't is Keselowski.
Yeah, Brad Keselowski's been really happy, it seems like, with that race car. Not a whole lot of conversation from what I can hear over the radio. Just kind of a relaxed pace for him. Oh, I
Bailey out of my eye.
Jamie McMurray, it's a big wreck. Newman was just outside the top 10. Larson inside the top 10. That was a big wreck there. Quite a few cars involved. Tony Stewart. Denny Hamlin's in it. Brian Newman. Logano's involved.
We just missed it. We just missed it. And Almirola was making a pit stop. That sucks for him. Oh, they're not wasting any time.
Oh, everybody's coming to pit road here. Guess we'll take a look at the race off pit road, and then we'll take a look at what happened there. There's going to be a lot of wrecked race cars on pit road while these guys are trying to make their stops. We'll see if that trips anybody up. Take a look at what these guys are taking. I imagine we'll see 4 tires and fuel for everybody, and they might be able to make it from here. I think they can. Maybe not on tires, but certainly on gas.
See Truex there. Man, dude. Kevin Harvick, what a shame for him. I mean, looked like he was going to have a ton of race-winning speed once again here at Atlanta, and he's been terrible.
Keselowski down and away. Let's see. Is he going to get anybody? He's going to get around Johnson.
He's going to get
and
second.
Busch. Brad Keselowski. Second place. Kurt Busch third.
Kasey Kahne.
Dale Jr. Horrible pit stop.
Ignore the 98. Say that. Well, Truex Jr. holds on to the lead. These guys going to get the wave around here, as you can see. Yep, just further into the spot. Wait. That 83 stayed out. Matt Dibenedetto stayed out. Okay, so
let's see. I think they're going to get in trouble with the lapper here.
Logano there. Oh, Logano.
Logano just not clear, and it was Newman and Kenseth that ran into it earlier. Oh man, Kasey Kahne just barely missed it. Oh, Kevin Harvick almost got a piece of that.
About this.
Oh, Tony Stewart flies in. Hamlin, hard hit for Ryan Newman.
What a hit! The roof is caved in.
We're gonna have to check in on Ryan Newman. That was a bad hit.
Who hit him again? Let's go aboard with him here. So Larson and Logano wreck in front of you. Come back across the racetrack. That's just, the racing back rule. That's just how it is. Hamlin just... It was McMurray. Holy crap. On board with McMurray here. He's the one that caused Newman to go into the stratosphere here. Looked like they're all going to avoid it, but then just... I hope he's okay. I mean, this is Iron Man we're talking about, so I think he'll be fine. Well, what a hit there. Back here at Atlanta, Matt Dibenedetto is your leader. We have 33 cars left in the race. Only 39 showed up. Almirola, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Newman, Logano, McMurray, and Tony Stewart. Oh, and Almirola's not in the race. He just went a lap down. What a shape for Tony Stewart. Back-to-back heartbreaking weeks. Close to winning the 500, and now your final time ever here at Atlanta, you finished dead last. What a shame. Anything you'd like to add before Dibenedetto leads us to the green?
It's going to be one chaotic restart. We know that 83 is not going to get a good jump due from the old tires he's got, and then on top of that, anybody in the outside lane isn't going to get a particularly good jump because there's just not a whole lot of grip out there. So this could get very scary in a hurry. We could see some 3 or 4 wide action getting into turn 1, but these guys have also got to be patient. It's a high tire wear track. You don't want to burn up everything you got right off the jump. So
look at the names we lost. Earnhardt Jr., Kyle Busch. You see the Clint Bowyer and AJ Allmendinger up here. Regan Smith, Bobby Labonte. Wait, no, that's Jeffrey Earnhardt. My bad.
Look at that Kevin Harvick now with that further up pit stall and a good job by his pit crew. He almost won, or not almost. You got to wonder, did they put in some sort of adjustment here as old Toyota front row heading into the restart zone? Matt Dibenedetto going to lead the field to green. We'll see how this goes.
Oh my God!
Oh wow! Well, he didn't go at all.
God!
Oh, terrible restart for Matt Dibenedetto. Everybody on the outside gets cleared. We have a brand new top 5 now. Look at that. We've got AJ Allmendinger around the outside. Everybody gets held up. Kasey Kahne going 4 wide in the middle.
Kane.
Not going to quite make it in. He's going to get stuck for a long time. 3 wide there. Matt Kenseth trying to move to the field. Larson throwing it in there trying to get spots. Dibenedetto slowing everybody up.
Oh
Dibenedetto's
my God!
on the wall now.
How are they still? Wait, what's Dylan doing back here? What the fuck? Okay, back to the front. Chase Elliott and Kurt Busch. Truex now fighting for the lead. Harvick as well. Keselowski. Oh my God!
Look at that big run off the top from Kevin Harvick. They made some changes to that 4 machine, and he is ready to challenge for the lead today. Powers around 4th place. Carl Edwards on the outside, and he's looking for more down in 3 and 4.
Keselowski and Jr. now back getting the name back up here. Johnson and Kyle Busch. Regan Smith now getting up here. Clint Bowyer. Oh my God! Another. Oh my God! I knew
Austin Dillon's in it. Eric Almirola's in it. Menard's in it. Reagan's in it. Gilliland.
Chris Buescher. Jesus, that was a big
Michael
one.
Annett.
Racing it back.
And Chase Elliott
is
going to take the lead.
Okay, he's definitely filling those shoes. Kurt Busch lost the lead to him. He went from 3rd to 1st. I don't know how he managed to do that, but new leader, rookie Chase Elliott. And Kevin Harvick now in the 5th. A ton of DNS now. I had a sneaky suspicion that was going to happen. Well, let's look and see what in the world happened there. Excuse me.
Josh Wise is going to get in the wall, get run over by the 32. That's going to turn the 38 around. He's going to back up the field, catch Brian Scott. Got the 98 in that as well. Couple of hard hits. Dibenedetto flies in there at the end. Probably didn't have the tires to stop. That was a rough ride for a couple of those guys.
Damn. Well, another caution here. Let's get another look at that. Yes, you see, just the 30s running the fence. Jeffrey Earnhardt clipped him. Landon Castle is 38.
Oh, man. Brian Scott was so close to having something really bad there. I still think he got some damage.
Is that Brian Scott in the 98?
Wow.
That's Cole Witt. My bad. I thought that was Cole Witt is in the 90. Okay, I actually thought he was done. Well, ton of big name, not really big names, but a couple names out of the race. Paul Menard, Matt Dibenedetto. Any word on why Dibenedetto stayed out there? Because I think he was just asking to get involved in the wreck there.
I think they were just trying to save a tire set, and we're stuck on the lead lap. They wanted to pit, or not pit, but they wanted to stay out but stay in the back, but they couldn't quite do it because they were still on the lead lap. Tried to get out of the way there on that restart. Did a good job. He got all the way to the back, but then they wrecked in front of him, and he just didn't have the tires to slow down. So tough break there for the 83.
Oh, caution's out here. Chase Elliott is your leader. We'll be right back. Well, we originally were going to cut back, but they actually pitted again. So let's see. Almirola's out of the race. Michael Annett's going to continue going. Man, I need some of the drinks. Welcome back to Atlanta. Pit stops once again going to be underway. I believe it's going to be less than 40 to go when we go green. Obviously, you're going to take 4 tires here. Chase Elliott. Never mind. It's fuel. Interesting. Oh,
I guess they were short.
Harvick.
Problems on that 4 machine. Taking a look at a couple of the things under the hood there. Quick look there, but something must not have felt right for him on that restart.
A lot of names already once again up here. AJ Allmendinger. Kurt Busch now takes the lead here. Chase Elliott's going to have the outside. Not a good place for the restart, but if you manage to hold on with the leader, you can pinch him and get the lead back. So we'll see how that plays out for him. We'll be right back. We have 28 cars left in this race. Really don't know what to say. Michael Annett leaving pit road once again. I don't know why he keeps pitting. Guess the damage is that bad. It is 39 to go when we cross the line. Who's your favorite to win this race?
Well, I can't help but go with Martin Truex Jr. Had a lot of speed earlier, got shuffled back on that restart. Seems like it takes him about 10 or so laps to get every bit of speed out of that car, but once he gets going, Nobody seems to be able to catch up.
All right, my pick, completely out of nowhere. I have a lot of faith in that 24 car. Jeff Gordon in his final show here at Atlanta didn't get the win he wanted, but still a great finish for him. Chase Elliott, could he get his first NASCAR Sprint Cup Series win here at one of the toughest racetracks on the schedule? It's going to be interesting to see if he can pull it off. You have there AJ up there, Carl Edwards. Man, dude, this is so weird seeing this field so small. Heading into the restart zone. They got the jump. Elliott to the front. I have never seen that before.
Outside lane work to perfection for Truex and for Elliott there. Elliott storms to the race lead as now Truex tries to get second place from Kurt Busch, and Edwards looks to make it 3 wide maybe.
Think he gets there.
Oh, there he goes.
Now Truex going to send it to the fence. Oh, what a send!
Edwards got a little bit loose on the bottom, had to chase it up the hill.
You're going to Jimmie Johnson now. Kurt Busch started blocking him. No, Kurt's, oh my God.
Kyle Busch to the outside of Carl Edwards. Now Jr. trying to get underneath the 19. 3 wide for second. And for fifth. Truex in the fence.
Kurt Busch Johnson now. Kevin Harvick now getting his name slowly into the top 10. Kasey Kahne now getting up here. Kyle Larson, a ton of damage for him. Truex Jr. running that third line.
Is that Clint Bowyer in the 15?
I don't know how he's doing it, but he's actually really fast right now. Looking for a top 5 here at Atlanta in 8-shot motorsports, mind you. Keselowski going to pull a slide job on those guys. Clint Bowyer trying. Kasey Kahne and Harvick now following them. Truex now getting his name back.
Yeah, Truex lost a lot of spots when he got wide off that corner. Lost a lot of time, got in the wall. Got back around Carl Edwards and has now got around Kurt Busch. Trying to get back around Johnson for second.
Truex going to block Kurt there. That's why Kurt Busch checked up like that. And man, you can definitely tell Harvick trying any single line he can to just find as much grip as possible. AJ Allmendinger now, dude, what is going on Michael Annett?
I think Harvick raced his way back up here. Lost a lot more spots than where he's running right now. Looking to make a move around Allmendinger or maybe Kasey Kahne.
I think he's just going to follow the 5 car now. Patrick Motorsports 1-2.
Truex trying to get around Jimmie Johnson there. Can't quite get it done, but he's got the pace to it. Now look at that. Matt Kenseth in the top 5. Was sleeping back in the second half of the top 10. Now moving up to the top 5, and Brad Keselowski right behind him.
Dude.
Kevin Harvick slides it in there.
Bowyer nearly doored him. Brad Griffin did not think Harvick would have sent it in that deep, but Harvick clearly does not want to hang around these guys anymore. He knows he has race-winning speed. Oh, Boyer's not having it.
Bowyer all over him.
Peppers flaring.
Look at that. Keselowski trying to get around Kenseth. Looked low. We'll see if he takes the bottom. There he goes. Looking for a top 5 spot back. Lost a lot of spots on that restart with Dibenedetto after gaining a lot on pit road. Now he's trying to move back on the top 5 as Jimmie Johnson starting to gap Martin Truex Jr. just a little bit. Trying to run out his teammate for the race lead.
Look at the lanes they're running. Johnson looking for the 3rd lane in 3 and 4. He's going to make it stick.
Gained a lot on Chase Elliott there. It's going to be interesting to see Chase Elliott's first time out front. We'll see if he's able to pace himself and keep the tires on that 24 machine. He's got a long way to go. They're racing hard, but they've still got more than 30 laps to go here at Atlanta.
And Elliott hang on. Keselowski there lost his spot to Matt Kenseth there. Kevin Harvick now in 11th. Now Elliott looking to take away Johnson's line in the 2nd lane. Johnson going to look even higher than him. Kurt Busch and Truex once again battling. Keselowski to the inside. Brad Keselowski's been all over that top 5, but he has not been even close to the top 3 once. Going to slide job the 20. Make it stick. You saw that Jimmie Johnson also running the 3rd lane there.
Chase Elliott's actually pulled a small gap on Jimmie Johnson. Maybe a car length wider than it was the last time around. The 24's got a lot of good pace, but once again, we'll have to see if he's able to hold on. At the end of the last run, though, he was moving up along with Dale Jr. and Brad Keselowski, so these guys might need to be nervous. That 24 car seems to be pretty good in the long run.
Look at the lines are running once again. Truex in the 2nd lane. Nobody's venturing in the 3rd lane out of the top 14, I'd say. Unless they're side by side, then they just send it straight up to the fence. But in 3 and 4, they're actually making that 3rd lane. Look at Elliott now running in the 2nd lane. Never seen
Johnson's backed up the pace the last couple laps, really losing time. He's got Truex and Kurt Busch all over his back bumper. As now Keselowski, having gotten around Matt Kenseth, he's looking to get involved in this.
I think it's because that send in 3 and 4 must have really destroyed his tires. Oh, Kurt Busch right there on the back bumper.
And he's going to have the run, though. Look to the inside of Martin Truex. We'll see where Truex goes down here in 3 and 4. He's going to send it all the way up to the third lane.
Kurt was not running the bottom lane with no grip. Chase Elliott is pulling away with that race lead. The fans hoping to see a new winner here.
And what a win this would be for Chase Elliott. We saw the 2014 made it to the Final Four. Ran great last season. Keselowski maybe looking 3 wide. Heading down to turn 3.
He's going to push the 41. Now he's going to commit to it. He's going to set it in deep.
Slides way up into Johnson's air. Truex might get the fence. He is in the wall. He is in the fence. He's going to lose both positions down the front straightaway. That's now Kurt Busch looking underneath Jimmie Johnson to get second place.
Johnson's going to block him. Was not putting over that slide job. Here comes Keselowski. Kenseth also back there. Dibenedetto Jr. I'm actually shocked he's not up here. Really starting to fall back there with Kyle Busch, Edwards, and Kasey Kahne. Keselowski back to the inside of the 41. Going to try sending it again. Kurt going to use that third lane as much as he can. Holds on to third. Yeah, he cleared it. I thought he... Wait, actually, Elliott's not pulling away from the 48 as much as he was. Johnson actually gained 0.8 on him. My bad.
Yeah, I think Johnson had to kind of get back going there, roll a little bit faster because he was about to get past. And speaking of getting past, Brad Keselowski looking for third.
Is he going to send it again? That's a... Let's see, he's sending it in the second lane. That's a third time in a row.
Oh, but Kurt's going to have a huge run on Johnson here.
Look at the outside. Johnson blocks him. I think Kurt's going to send it to the outside here. Keselowski now looking for second.
Kurt way to the outside lane. And he's going to run. He might get to Johnson's outside. Yes, he does.
What a move.
Kurt Busch flies around Jimmie Johnson, second place. And now Keselowski looking to take third.
What a move for that 41 car.
Man, if you're Greg Keselowski, you got to be thinking, what do I have to do to get around these guys? As now Johnson parks it up on the outside lane. Truex with the run. He's going to go to the outside of Keselowski.
He's going to try recreating what Kurt Busch did. Keselowski out of the bottom lane. Truex to the third lane. They're way up high.
Truex keeps hitting the wall, but he keeps sending it up there. And Kurt Busch is already taking chunks out of Chase Elliott's gap.
Will it be enough, though? Well, actually, it'll definitely be enough.
Yeah, they've got a long ways to go here. Not even quite a second lead for Chase Elliott. He's got a lot of work to do if he wants to hold off that hungry 41 driver.
Oh my goodness, what a race this has been. Is Keselowski going to send it in again? Yes, he is! Way in there!
Throws it into the corner.
Crossover, though.
Yeah, Johnson's crossover, but... Yeah, no, he's going to crossover, but I think Brad really wanted the outside. People have been patching him and holding them off through that outside lane. Now that he's up there, he's going to send it to the third lane.
Oh, my God, what a send.
Full speed ahead for Brad Keselowski. Powers around Johnson.
Wipers going to play a factor for the 24. Dude, Keselowski had such a huge run. That might actually help him out trying to get around Kurt. And he thought about it. What a race so far.
Chase Elliott's actually slightly gapping Kurt Busch. And now Truex. Oh, I was going to say Truex for fourth. Keselowski for second. Kurt Busch going to shut the door, though.
What a holy crap! What a race this has been. Chase Elliott. I think Kurt's going to start slowly gaining on him again. I think Kurt's been trying to just nurse his tires a little bit because you still have a lot of laps left. 22 to go. Keselowski now running in the second lane. Look at the run.
You got to think Kurt's a little bit more preoccupied with Keselowski than he is with trying to run down Elliott. Keselowski to the inside down the back straightaway.
Is he going to finally make that slide job stick? Yes, he is.
And he's going to get around the lap car too on that outside lane. Brad Keselowski has. Oh, never mind. Got to get around the lapper. He's going to pull those up. Kurt. He's got a huge block on Kurt Busch. He almost got turned for that.
Now Keselowski in a second. What is Elliott? You know Elliott's going to be shaking now. Brad Keselowski's not even been in the top 3 all race. With 20 to go, he definitely has the speed to chase out that 24.
And it took Keselowski almost the entire race to get up here. And now look at him. Second place finally. As now look, Kenseth looking for third place. Great run by that 20. Oh, Johnson's going to fire back up the middle, but Matt Kenseth really got a great recovery here.
Oh my, he had a huge bump on the front stretch there. I don't know if you saw. Oh, that really affected his entry. What a bump there to hit. Johnson to the outside, nearly hit the wall.
Kurt Busch keeps catching lap traffic at just about the worst places possible. Same for Keselowski. As we'll see this time by though, clear traffic or clear track. Can Brad Keselowski run down Chase Elliott? He's going to have about 19 laps this time by. You know, Chase Elliott, the rookie, at the hardest track or one of the hardest tracks to drive. He's got to keep those tires on it for 20 more laps. He's got to run traffic. He's got to, pick his lane correctly. Keep his car going in the right direction. Can he do it against a veteran like Brad Keselowski?
See, the lines are running 3 and 4 last time by. Keselowski running in the second lane. Now he's going to rerun in the bottom. Interesting to see what they're going to pull in 1 and 2. Kurt Busch is still there if these two are battling. Dude, that sounded really British there.
About half a tenth out of the lead for Keselowski. With how few laps to go, I don't know if that's going to be enough. He's going to have to step it up a little bit.
Turning up the wick and changing up his line now. I don't know if he can gain him on the bottom.
He's going to have to do something here. We saw how much speed that 2-car had when he went to the third lane. I don't even know if the second lane is going to be enough. He's probably going to have to take this thing all the way to the third groove.
Then we saw how much trying to save his tires. Elliott stated that his tires are not as good as they used to be because he was trying to pull away rather than nurse them.
Yeah, but you got to remember, Brad Keselowski spent these last however many laps fighting through traffic. So neither of these guys have particularly good tires, and I think that's evidenced by the fact they ran about dead even lap times the last time by. Brad's going to have to think of something here because Chase Elliott's doing a fantastic job at holding him off.
Great job. Jimmie Johnson there, Kasey Kahne and Earnhardt Jr. actually starting a battle back there. Well, let's focus on the battle for the win. Can Elliott hang on? You see that? Keselowski chaining up his line.
There he goes. He's going to go up the third groove, center of the corner. And we know how much speed is in that third groove. He used it a lot. He took almost half
take away your tires a lot more. Gonna run right in the seam there.
Yeah, but you can't really save your tires at this point. We're getting close, about 15 laps to go.
Yes, he gained a ton of time there.
Yeah, no, he's moving now. He moved up to the top, and that's going to be, let's see, by this time by the line, how many? 2/10.
Oh, now he's going back to the bottom. Spotter said that really destroyed his tires by setting it in that deep, and you still have plenty of laps to go. 69 of 82, nice to go.
Kenseth around Truex back there for 4th place. I don't think he'll be able to catch the leaders, but still great run for that 20 machine. Just want to point that out here as we watch the race leaders. They're not going to have a whole lot of traffic for a while, so this is going to be some time for experimentation.
6/10 that time. Oh my God, he didn't even set it in. He set it in that time. Well, there might have been 30
the air is going to get worse as he gets closer, but I don't know if it's going to matter. The gap is closing.
This time. He's sending it in. I don't know how he's not washing that thing all the way up to the wall.
Now, I think the 2-car, he's really good. Remember, Keselowski was fantastic on the long run. The first long run of this race before we got that string of yellows. It's just that he got put back in traffic due to the cautions. That 2-car has been fast all day on the long run. Yeah, he's showing it right now. Power's up. Just a couple car lengths behind Chase Elliott. This time by will be about 12 laps to go for Chase Elliott. Can he hold off Brad Keselowski?
Well, he got clean air to the nose there, but Elliott had a bigger run. Lap cars will be playing a factor for these two.
If Chase Elliott's got anything in the tank, he's got to use it now. You can't give up the lead this late if you can help it. Keselowski sends it to the outside.
Elliott takes his line away.
Oh, he stood up a little bit hard, had to get out of the gas. Keselowski with the run down the back straightaway. He pulls to the inside. Is he going to send it? No, he's not. Chase Elliott powers in there. He's going to cut him off and take the line away. Brad's going to slide up a little bit.
He's still there, though. Dude, these guys are loose as crap. Look at the wheel.
And all the while, the two of them are driving away from Kurt Busch.
Once again, running in the second lane. Oh, Brian Scott's going to get in the way.
Brian Scott. Oh, he's got to run on Elliott. Is he going to make the move low? Yes, he is.
This is right part of Elliott. Keselowski to the lead here in Atlanta.
Gonna send it to the inside lane, clear by 3-4 car lengths. Put Brad Keselowski out front here in Atlanta.
Then again, maybe Elliott was saving his tires. He has to use it now, though, with 10 to go.
It took 72 laps, but Brad Keselowski is back out front, continuing
now you
where
can
he
see
left
changing
off.
up his line.
Now Elliott sending it to the outside. It's not over yet, but this is where we're really gonna see. Chase Elliott didn't really have that much of an opportunity to defend because the lap traffic. He's gonna have to really shake something up here, though. Oh, he's starting to catch Keselowski back. Did he have something? Was he saving?
He's going to have to send it in really deep for 1 and 2. 9 to go. Can Elliott win here at Atlanta Motor Speedway? Oh, he's running right into tire tracks. Oh,
A little bit lower. Oh, he's right
there,
in Keselowski's tire tracks.
He is right
there. 2.5, 3 car lengths down the back straightaway.
He's going to send it
Not
in
really losing any
again.
ground. There he goes. A little bit lower. A little bit higher in the entry, a little lower on exit. He's got a good run. He's not really losing to Keselowski. Keselowski can't just kind of lay over and run slow to the end of this race. He's got to hold on here because Chase Elliott is not giving up whatsoever.
The spotters his spotters telling him if you just run the bottom, I think another lap car will play a factor. So I think Elliott's gonna save his tire for like never mind, he's going to the third lane.
No, he's gonna send it. Second lane here. He's gonna slide up to the third lane as they approach the corner exit. Gaining a little bit there.
It is.
It's the run down the straightaway. It's not over yet.
He's gonna have to send it in really deep 1 and 2.
You're gonna take the top? Yes, he does. Just a little bit higher into that second lane. He's gonna have to chase it up a little bit, but he got enough air on the nose. You keep it going.
He's got enough momentum to take it to the bottom.
Yeah, no, he's got to run down the inside. Goes Chase Elliott for the race lead.
Oh, Keselowski way deeper there.
Brad's gonna go all the way to the third lane, but Elliott's gonna follow him up the hill. For now, Keselowski holds on as looks like they're gonna get around the lap traffic here going into turn 1. Doesn't look like it'll be much of a factor. As Elliott lost a lot of ground when Keselowski moved to the outside.
Oh, he's going to get him on exit. That's how to go. Oh!
Man, Chase Elliott, you know he's pushing super hard behind the wheel at 24, but that's going to cost him a lot of valuable time. Not just with the traffic, though. He just could not get off turn 4 like Brad Keselowski. He's going to have to mount another charge. I just don't know if he's got the time for it.
I don't even know if he has the tires for it. It's really just going to be these two. Let's see, 0.2 this time by. I don't know if, he has no time. Yeah, because Keselowski's starting to move up the hill, taking his line away. Oh, excuse me.
You see Truex and Kenseth going at it for 4th place in the background. Two Toyotas. There he goes, making the move to the inside again. These two have been going at it for about 10 laps now. While we've been watching the battle for the lead, these two have been having just as crazy a battle in the back here. Except they are running inches off the fence. Neither one electing to run the bottom. As I think Chase Elliott lost a little bit of ground here. He's going to probably have to hope for some lap car chaos.
Oh, he's plowing now.
Yeah, he used every last bit of tire in that 24 machine. Still, fantastic run by Chase Elliott this early into the season. If he's running this well now, these guys have got to be real nervous once he gets comfortable.
Really? Oh, he ran the third one!
Oh, he's using the outside. He's got a huge run on Keselowski. Keselowski had to check up because the lap car.
Oh, man, I cannot believe I missed that. That would have been so badass to see him run the third lane, but he's going to have to send to the second lane of the 30 car. Oh, he's plowing the 30. Why?
Oh, he's going to send it extra anyway. He didn't go for him. A little bit of contact there. Chase Elliott is not giving up. Yeah, but he lost a lot of ground there. This time by 2 laps to go for Keselowski. You know what? Right now he is just praying to see that white flag. Chase Elliott to the third lane. He's got 2 more laps, but I just don't know if he's got enough time. What a run by Brad Keselowski. Drove up from pretty far in the back, having to make 3 wide moves early, way in traffic.
Oh, he said it.
Drove into the top 10, but into the top 5 almost. As Kyle Larson had to make a pit stop there. Drove into the top 5, got all the way up to 2nd on pit stops, but then got stuck behind. Got stuck behind Matt Dibenedetto, who had stayed out on the tires. Elliott in the wall back there. That'll be all she wrote. White flag, 1 more lap for Brad Keselowski. Last season did not end the way he wanted. Lost a championship, lost quite a few races at this exact style of racetrack because of just things that were outside of his control. Lap cars, pit road problems, anything you could think of. And as he rolls around turn 3 and 4 for the final time, he's going to complete it. The comeback from mid-pack to race winner of the Folds of Honor QuikTrip 500, Brad Keselowski wins here at Atlanta.
What a performance by him.
Yes, sir. Thank you, everybody. Atlanta, replay this, baby.
Looks like Kevin Harvick might sneak a top 10 here at the end of the race.
He did.
Kasey Kahne, a nice recovery to 7th place. Where did Clint Bowyer finish? Top 15 for sure.
12th. 13th, my bad. What a run for him. H. Scott Motorsports with Clint Bowyer. I mean, if I were them, I mean, you obviously know Clint Bowyer's going to be going to that 14 car once Tony Stewart is gone. H. Scott Motorsports, though, this might be their best season because they have Clint Bowyer. Although, funny enough, they do have a win with... actually, no, that's Tommy Baldwin. My bad. It was Tommy Baldwin. Anyways, what a performance by that young driver of the number 24. Just, what a performance by Keselowski. I mean, that was close to being a fantastic Atlanta finish if it wasn't for those lap cars. What a race there. That was...
I know, what a great race. And it just goes to show, you know, today, the experience prevailed over youth. Chase Elliott might have had the better car. He had the track position. But Brad Keselowski has experience here at saving your tires, at running traffic. But still, Chase Elliott did a phenomenal job. 2nd place. I know that's got a sting for him, coming so close to his first career win. But if he can run that well now, in only his, like, it's not his 2nd race because he ran part-time, but still, his 2nd race this season, 2nd full-time race, 1st at a non-super speedway this season, these guys have got a lot to be worried about going into the next few weeks because this 24 car means business. They are picking up exactly where Jeff Gordon left off.
Yep. And how funny, Vegas is up next. And although it's same racetrack, but it does not have that much tire wear. What a win for Brad Keselowski. That's his first win ever here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. That's redemption for last season. He had it locked up if it wasn't for Kevin Harvick leaking oil all over the racetrack when he blew up. And what a comeback for that 2 car. Let's look at your results now. Elliott with the most laps led on the day. Keselowski didn't lead a single one until he took it away from Elliott there. What a race. That one of the best races we've seen at Atlanta in this series. Just only 5 drivers led a lap. Truex, Kurt, Keselowski, Elliott, and Maddie. Man, anyone you'd like to give a shout out here? I don't know. Other than it Chase Elliott.
I mean, there's a lot of guys to give shout-outs to. Good run, like you said, Clint Bowyer, AJ Allmendinger, Danica Patrick, top 15 runs. Kevin Harvick, nice recovery to get a top 10. You know, it's not going to be the day he wanted, but still good recovery. Great run by Kasey Kahne. But guy I want to give the biggest shout-out to, I know he's the winner, but, you know, I got to. Brad Keselowski started 14th today, and in just 70-some laps, made his way to the front, had a lot of setbacks. Got stuck multiple restarts, almost went back outside the top 10, just past halfway, raced his way through the fastest cars on the day, chased down Chase Elliott, and then outlasted him at the end of the race. Great job all around by Brad Keselowski and that 2 team.
Man, just, you know that it's definitely going to help him out as well. Heading into Las Vegas, the Cobalt 400. I mean,
well, I think we're going to have to keep an eye on Brad Keselowski and Chase Elliott, but also, the Busch brothers home track. I want to mention that they're usually good there. Jimmie Johnson usually good here, but now we're kind of settling into the pace on the season. We had a super speedway. We had a high tire wear track, intermediate, but still high tire wear track. Can be a little bit, different than some of the other tracks. I think Las Vegas is where we're really going to start seeing what teams have consistent pace. Who's able to put full races together as the season goes on? Because we know these intermediates fill up a lot of the schedule. If you see who runs well next Sunday, then I think you're going to see some of the guys who are going to run pretty well all year long.
then you have after that Phoenix for the Good Sam 500. Iowa Club, that's going to be a ton of fun to watch. Martinsville, Texas, Bristol,
almost forgot to mention we're going on our West Coast swing here, guys. 3 weeks out in the West. We got Las Vegas Phoenix Auto Club. Should be a fun couple of weeks coming up.
Anyways, I'd like to thank Pam in the booth once again. Vegas going to be interesting to see how that's going to play out. Thank you folks so much for watching. See you next week.